Well, thank you to Brian for his insights into the ESG industry, and hopefully he's inspired more of our future generation to look into exploring being employed in the ESG industry. And so I'd like to draw session 5 to a close, and so over to you, Christine.
Right, well, it's always good to end with lots of jobs for the young. But before we have our formal close, there's one more substantive and very important issue I'd like to share with you, and I'd like to hand over to Professor Alexis Lau.
My job is actually try every time when we have REQM, we try to encourage our younger generation to submit poster as well as try to do presentation. This time is difficult for us to have too many presentations, but we have found a way to try to encourage we have both poster and presentation. So this time we have 64 poster submission. And among these 64 posters, we have selected 5 as our winner. These are the 5. They are from Gao Chiu of the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Chen Yi from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Zhu Lei from Southern University of Science and Technology in Shenzhen, Yang Rusa from Shanghai Academy of Environmental Sciences, and Jiang Yiqi from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. I will show you one of the poster here, the last one. You will notice that in the upper right corner, there's a QR code. Actually, if you scan the QR code, you will get to a presentation. And this presentation, we will try to show, I think is a good example. It's a around 2-minute presentation. So we are imagining you are going to a poster and Ms. Zhang will explain what is in this poster. Not too long, but it's good enough for them to practice talking to the audience. So let's look at the video.
Hello, welcome to my presentation. I'm Jackie Yiqi Zhang, postdoc from Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. My poster is about emissions from maritime shipping. Global maritime shipping can be either international or domestic. The objective of this study is to estimate the environmental and health impacts of domestic versus international shipping. And we are the first to differentiate their impacts in China. In this study, we generated bottom-up ship emission inventories based on high-resolution marine traffic data from the AIS. We then used geoscam atmospheric chemistry and transport model to compute PM2.5 concentrations and apply the global exposure mortality model to estimate the health burdens. As a result, we estimate that in China, around 15,000 premature deaths were associated with PM2.5 due to maritime shipping, of which 46% were associated with domestic shipping activities. This indicates the relative importance of domestic shipping in China, and China could achieve significant health benefits by controlling emissions from domestic shipping. In terms of policymaking, emissions from domestic shipping are regulated by the local government, while emissions for international shipping are governed at the global level through international conventions. The legislation process of controlling domestic shipping is much easier than enforcing new regulations on international shipping. In conclusion, we believe that in China, controlling emissions from domestic shipping is an efficient option for air quality management and public health protection. That's all. Thanks again for your attention. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions or comments.
Before I declare the formal close of the conference, maybe my co-chair can have a final word.
Well, first of all, in addition to all those great posters that came in, this year we have a new record of almost 950 registrants for this conference.
Well, first of all, let me thank my co-chair, Dr. Jinan. I want to thank also the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology for hosting the event. And the formal close, of course, cannot take place without us thanking many, many, many people. There are too many for us to read out all their names. You can see them on your screen. And of course, there are so many other people who've given us their time. So I hope you will thank them all with us. We will not be able to hear you clapping, but I know you are clapping in your hearts. And of course, to thank you all, so many hundreds of you, for being online with us for the next 2 days.
And so we look forward to seeing you at the 7th RAQM.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.